Oh, please do have a seat. Oh, don't you recognize your old friend Maleficent? Well, I wanted to keep it a secret. Yeah, so apparently we're going to indulge in a little tea tasting. Let's just hope that someone spiked the batch, because I don't know if I can endure several minutes of this. Then again, you're here with me, dear. Yes. Well, let's just have a little chat, shall we? It's been a long time, hasn't it? Well, I suppose we should go through the motions. Pour ourselves a few cups of tea. You know, make everything seem natural. Oh, I harbor no ill will toward you, of course, for kicking me out of the honorary fairy godmother club. Oh, I've formed my own little association anyway. Well, yes. I am the Mistress of Evil, Queen of Evil, whatever title you'd like to give me. So it wasn't hard to find like-minded individuals to, host little soirees. Nothing out of line, of course. So what tea is this? Chamomile. Very creative. We all know what that does. It puts people to sleep. Well, of course, this one is vis-a-vis Sleeping Beauty. So, or Rip Van Winkle. Probably put someone out like a light for several weeks. So let's just enchant it a bit to make sure that they've safeguarded it, shall we? Yes, I have things to do tomorrow and I don't want to be hibernating. How does it taste? Like chamomile, yes. That would seem the obvious, wouldn't it? And what's this one over here? Oh, almond and vanilla. Let's read the little label here. Apparently, this can bring you your true heart's desire. I like the sound of that. Enough about me. What have you been up to lately? Someone gifted you a getaway. Isn't that sweet? So I suppose you're back to your goody two-shoes ways. Oh, what a shame. We did have so much fun, didn't we? Now tell me, who is your ward right now? Oh, the higher up, I see. It's always nice to have a member of royalty in your charge. I suppose you receive all sorts of lavish gifts then, don't you? Must be nice. Now back to the tea tasting, I suppose. What's this one? Another glass of swill. A glass cup. Tomato. It's a vessel which holds liquids. This is chocolate brownie. Well, I must admit, I'll never turn down a cup of liquid. does this one do? Let's look at the label again. They really should have an instructor of some sort. I mean, I am not particularly happy with the service around here. Are you? Well, of course you are. You're easy to content, aren't you, dear? So apparently this one will give you the gift of flight. No, not actual flight. You'll receive plane tickets, of course. We can only do so much, even as fairy godmothers, or should I say, former fairy godmothers in my case. Now tell me, how much do you think your ward paid for all of this? Just a ballpark estimate. Oh, I know it's rude to ask, but come on, aren't you curious? After all, you do so much for them, right? I think every charge should pay back their fairy godmother. You know what I'd like mine to have done? Maybe played a bit of a matchmaker. Then again, I suppose after the fact I've had no trouble in that department. I've just divorced my 5th husband. Yes. Primarily because he was a count. I wanted something a bit more grandiose, I suppose. Now what's this one? Apple pie. Well, that does sound delectable. And again, you know I've always had a sweet tooth. Now what does it do? Oh, it's a bubble replenisher. I'm sure a certain friend of ours, Glinda, would enjoy this one, but I'm not into bubble travel. And even if I were, my bubbles would be the strongest bubbles of them all, and we both know it, don't we? I know that one's interesting. I've never seen a tea that's fluorescent green like that. Ooh. Apparently, it helps to enhance curses. I might have to pick up a bag of that before I leave. Now, I know you're not into that sort of thing. You'd probably want a tea that clears hexes or makes rainbows sprout out of people's hands. Unicorns dance across the street, right? I thought as much. But that's quite boring, isn't it? The only rainbow I want to see is one leading to a pot of gold, and I've caught my fair share of leprechauns and have not had any such luck, no matter how many 4-leaf clovers I imbibed. Oh well. This tea looks interesting. Well, they all look interesting to some degree, except for that chamomile. I mean, give me a break. This one, let's see. It's macadamia nut. These are all very mundane flavors. Anyway. This one, it has to do with magic brooms. Yes, enchanting them apparently. I mean, they're already enchanted, but if you also need them to clean up around the house, I suppose it's a good thing, right? Oh, they can also transform into a personal butler for a day. Oh, yes. You're good at that transforming stuff, aren't you? Turning mundane objects into people or transportation methods. I remember. And why aren't they serving any sort of morsels with this? I mean, it's just tea. I'm going to have to make a trip to the women's room right after this. And to a little cafe down the road. I mean, I'm hungry at this point. I mean, serve some finger sandwiches, or have like a high tea situation where those trays, you know what I mean, where they're all stacked and cream things and cucumber squeezed into bread. I'd settle for that at this point, to be perfectly honest. As I said, the service here is not up to par. But I didn't pay for it. Oh, yes, I crash these kinds of things all the time, dear. You know why? I like to study human behavior, and there's no better place than workshops and tea tastings, I've found. Yes. Oh. Thank goodness. We're on to the last tea selection. I was about to just get up and walk away. I mean, of course, with all due respect to you, but this is a little bit excessive, don't you think? All right. This one's a pumpkin spice. Oh, another original flavor. Goodness, who compiled this tasting menu? All right. Yes, I bet it was Merriweather or something. Oh, dreadful person. Let's see. This one is... Let's see. Oh, it gives you a special skill, a skill of your choosing. What would I choose? I don't know. The obvious would be to become more devious, but... You know what? I've always wanted to learn how to make handmade quilts. That would be... Or maybe... solve a Rubik's Cube. Oh, it's a good party trick, yes. Anywho, I have to be going. Yes, I wish I could say it was lovely to... Well, it was lovely to see you in some regard, but of course there is some bitterness still left over from past events. But I do hope you enjoy every minute of your all expenses paid trip.